Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying something loud and clear. Setbacks are not the end, they are a chapter. Chapter you have the power to rewrite. We all fall. We all fail. We all hit rock bottom at some point in our lives. Maybe it was a failed business, a broken relationship, a missed opportunity, or even a devastating loss. And when you're there in the darkness with your back against the wall, it feels like the world has closed its doors on you. But let me remind you of one truth: the greatest comebacks in history began in the darkest moments. Think about it. Every champion, every leader, every trailblazer you admire, they didn't rise because life was easy. They rose because they faced setbacks head on, stared failure in the face, and said, "Not today. This is not how my story ends." Every failure carries a lesson, a hidden opportunity to grow, adapt, and come back stronger. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to see setbacks as permanent defeats. But in reality, they are temporary pauses, a chance to reassess, recalibrate, and refocus. It's not about falling down, it's about what you do when you're on the ground. Do you stay there, or do you rise with newfound wisdom and determination? Setbacks provide clarity. They strip away what doesn't work and highlight areas that need improvement. They remind us that success isn't always a straight path. It's often a winding road filled with obstacles that test our patience, resilience, and grit. So the next time you face a setback, don't view it as the end of the road. Instead, see it as a reset button, a moment to pause, learn, and come back with a clearer vision and a stronger mindset. Remember, the most inspiring success stories are built on the foundations of failure, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in the power of starting over. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. The way you perceive your setbacks determines not just how you recover, but how you thrive. Circumstances can be challenging, unfair, or even seem insurmountable, but your mindset is what ultimately shapes your experience and drives your success. When faced with obstacles, it's easy to focus on the external factors, the things outside your control. But your response to those circumstances is always within your control. Your mindset can turn adversity into an opportunity, stress into motivation, and disappointment into determination. It all comes down to how you choose to view the situation. A positive mindset allows you to see setbacks as temporary roadblocks, not permanent barriers. It helps you reframe failures as lessons and challenges as stepping stones. It's not the situation itself that defines you, but how you respond to it. If you let your circumstances dictate your mindset, you may feel stuck or defeated. But if you choose to focus on the possibilities and solutions, you'll find ways to move forward with strength and resilience. The most successful individuals don't have the easiest path. They have the ability to maintain a strong, solution-oriented mindset despite their circumstances. They see every difficulty as a chance to grow and evolve, and this mindset propels them forward, regardless of the setbacks they face. Remember, your mindset is not only about how you see the world, but how you choose to engage with it. The greatest comebacks come not from perfect situations, but from the power of a determined and resilient mind. You said? Pain, whether emotional, physical, or mental, is an inevitable part of the human experience. It can feel overwhelming, isolating, and unfair, but it's important to remember that pain is not permanent, it's transient. What endures far beyond the discomfort, though, are the lessons pain teaches us. When we're in the midst of pain, it's natural to want to escape it, avoid it, or push it down. We often see it as something to avoid at all costs, something that makes us weak or vulnerable. However, embracing pain rather than running from it can be a transformative experience. Pain has a unique way of sharpening our senses, pushing us beyond our comfort zones, and revealing truths about ourselves we might not otherwise recognize. Every painful experience holds the potential for growth. The emotional or physical discomfort we experience can act as a catalyst for personal change, prompting us to reassess our choices, behaviors, and beliefs. It's in our most difficult moments that we often discover our true strength, resilience, and capacity to persevere. The key is not to resist or avoid the pain, but to lean into it. To ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? When you begin to see pain as a teacher rather than an enemy, it shifts your perspective. Instead of focusing on the hurt, you start to focus on the opportunity for self-discovery and growth. Pain teaches us patience, empathy, humility, and determination. It forces us to reassess what truly matters and can motivate us to make meaningful changes in our lives. The most profound lessons in life are often born from the most difficult challenges. While pain may not last forever, the lessons it imparts can shape who you become. By embracing the pain, you open yourself up to the possibility of profound transformation, turning the struggles of today into the wisdom of tomorrow. Comebacks don't always happen in one giant leap. They happen through consistent, small, courageous steps. We often envision a dramatic, instant turnaround when we think about making a comeback, expecting a single moment or breakthrough to change everything. In reality, the journey to recovery, success, or transformation is more like a series of small, deliberate actions, each one building upon the last, steadily guiding you toward your ultimate goal. When faced with setbacks, it can be easy to feel discouraged or overwhelmed by the magnitude of what you have to overcome. But the truth is, the most powerful comebacks are rarely instantaneous. They happen gradually, one step at a time. Every small step you take in the right direction, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, is part of the larger process of healing and growth. These small steps require courage to start over, courage to persist, even when the results are not immediate, and courage to keep moving forward despite doubts or setbacks. It's the quiet, consistent effort that adds up over time and creates momentum. Think of each step as a building block that strengthens your foundation, shaping you into someone who is more resilient, focused, and determined. Often, the progress we make isn't always obvious in the short term, and it's easy to become impatient. But the small steps you take every day compound, leading to massive shifts in your life. In fact, sometimes it's the accumulation of these small efforts that results in the most profound changes. They build your confidence, sharpen your skills, and reinforce the mindset that you can and will achieve what you set out to do. Remember, the road to recovery or success is rarely a straight line, and the speed at which you move doesn't matter. What matters is that you are moving no matter how small the steps. Every courageous step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. And over time, those small steps will create the momentum necessary for the big comeback you're striving for. Your environment has an immense influence on your mindset, behavior, and ultimately your success. The people you surround yourself with can either uplift you or hold you back. They can either fuel your growth and potential or reinforce the limiting beliefs and habits that keep you stuck. When you're on the path to recovery, self-improvement, or a comeback, choosing the right people to walk with you is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. Growth-oriented people are those who push themselves and others to become better, to learn, and to evolve. They aren't satisfied with mediocrity or complacency. They are focused on progress, positivity, and building something meaningful. Being around people who have a growth mindset can inspire you to see challenges as opportunities, to embrace failures as lessons, and to approach obstacles with determination and resilience. These individuals help you see the possibilities in every situation, not just the problems. On the other hand, being around individuals who are stuck in negativity, doubt, or a fixed mindset can drain your energy, confidence, and optimism. They may perpetuate fears, limiting beliefs, and excuses that only reinforce the barriers you're trying to overcome. Their influence can create self-doubt and convince you that your goals are too far out of reach. If you're serious about rebuilding and growing, it's essential to distance yourself from those who are content with staying in the same place and to seek out those who are committed to growth, learning, and improvement. Growth-oriented people don't just support you when things are easy, they challenge you when you need it most. They're the ones who hold you accountable, encourage you to push past your comfort zone, and help you stay focused on the bigger picture. They celebrate your wins with you, but they also help you pick yourself up when you stumble. With their support, you'll feel empowered to take on challenges and confront your weaknesses, knowing that you are capable of more than you think. In a world where distractions, negativity, and fear are common, it's essential to carefully curate your circle of influence. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people not only accelerates your own growth, but also keeps you motivated and inspired to become the best version of yourself. Choose your environment wisely. It can be the difference between staying stuck and making the comeback of a lifetime. A setback is just one chapter, not the entire book. Life is a series of unfolding chapters, each one contributing to the story of who you are and who you're becoming. When you experience a setback, it can feel like the narrative is taking an unexpected, even discouraging turn. You may feel as though the plot has shifted against you and that the ending is uncertain or out of your control. But remember, every story has twists and turns, and no single chapter defines the entire journey. Setbacks, while difficult and painful, are simply moments in time. They are part of your larger story, but they do not dictate the final outcome. Just because a chapter isn't going the way you want it to doesn't mean the entire book is lost. Life's true beauty lies in its unpredictability, and the setbacks you face are simply opportunities for a stronger, more meaningful comeback. You have the pen in your hand and you hold the power to write the next chapter of your life. Think of your setbacks as plot points that add depth to your character. They are the challenges and obstacles that shape your resilience, wisdom, and determination. Every hero in every great story faces adversity, but it's their response to those challenges that determines their ultimate victory. In your life, setbacks are your moments to rise, adapt, and overcome. They are the raw material for the most compelling parts of your narrative, the moments where you find strength, perseverance, and courage in the face of difficulty. The beautiful thing about your story is that it's still being written. You have the ability to rewrite any chapter that hasn't gone the way you envisioned. A setback doesn't mean it's the end of the story. It's merely a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to course correct and find a better way forward. Even when things seem uncertain, the potential for growth, transformation, and success is still ahead of you. You are the author of your own life. No one else can define your future but you. It's never too late to shift the direction of your story, to take control of the narrative, and to build a future that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. Don't let a temporary setback convince you that your story is over. The best chapters often come after the greatest challenges. The ending is yet to be written, and you have the power to make it extraordinary. Your journey is uniquely yours, filled with moments of triumph, struggle, and growth. Throughout it all, remember that setbacks are not the end of your story. They are simply chapters that lead to greater opportunities for change and transformation. Pain, failure, and obstacles are all part of the narrative, but they do not define your destiny. You have the power to rewrite your story, to choose your response, and to take small, courageous steps toward the life you envision. Embrace the lessons in your setbacks, surround yourself with those who lift you up, and keep your mindset focused on growth and resilience. Understand that every challenge you face is an opportunity to evolve and become stronger, wiser, and more determined. With each small step forward, you build the foundation for a comeback that will be even greater than you imagined. Ultimately, your story isn't over yet. The best chapters are still ahead. You are the author of your own life, and with the right mindset, the right support, and the courage to keep moving forward, you can write a conclusion that is full of hope, achievement, and lasting success. The power to shape your future lies within you. The ending is yours to create, and it's going to be extraordinary.